So after watching Mortal Kombat 2 for the second time, I've been thinking about the Rotten Tomato scores and if I agree with them. And I've been also thinking about all of the Mortal Kombat movies that has come out. Do I agree with all the scores that have come out? And to be fair, in some ways I do. In some of the movies I do. Some of the movies I really don't. So to start off with Mortal Kombat 1995, I have to say that's a childhood like favorite movie of mine. Um, it the problem is looking at the new Mortal Kombat with the storytelling and looking at the old Mortal Kombat, comparing the two. Yeah, there's a stark difference between the two. Major difference between the two. Um, Mortal Kombat 1995. Literally, I was watching it last night again, and they introduced seven characters within the first 5 minutes, and I was like, so there's no backstory between the characters. What's going on? Um, and so the Rotten Tomatoes for the 1995 movie is 44% critics rating and a 58% audience rating. I might be in the audience rating for this one because I do feel it's a bit higher, but I don't know because my view is on this one. It came out in 1995, so therefore I don't even think there was many except for Street Fighter. There's not many. And probably Mario. Mario was terrible. Super Mario Brothers was absolutely god awful. But there wasn't many um game adaptations that were translated to movies well. So the 1995 one, I can't see that it wasn't a bad movie for that time. Me, I think it was probably one of the best adaptations of games to movies in 1995 and around that era. Um, but then they did the sequel, which is Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and that gets a 4% critic rating and a 24% audience rating. The way I think about that one, I do agree with the critics on that. That movie was god awful. It was so bad that 4%, I have to agree with 4%. Really and truthfully, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the graphics on that alone destroyed the movie. It was horrendous. Um, Mortal Kombat 2021, the critics rated is 55%, and the audience rating is 85%. For what it was, when Hiroyaku Sanada was on screen, every part of that, like every time that guy was on screen, that was a 90%, like straight 90%. Like he was so awesome in in the first one, but everything else, there was no actual competition, there was no proper storyline, there was no like it was a prequel to what the new movie is. I feel like it wasn't Mortal Kombat, it was Mortal Kombat the prequel. Do you know what I mean? And then Mortal Kombat 2026, with one that's literally just come out, the critics rating is 65%. The audience rating at the moment stands at 90%, which is awesome. You can clearly see that the director and the showrunners and the producers listened to the audience, where they realized they actually need to put in a competition. They need to give some backstory. They need to give a underlining story as well. They need to get a decent star, someone they can grab attention from the audience. And they did that with Carl Urban. They did the story with Katana. They did the competition. They had the massive big bad guy, which was Shao Kahn. Like, this movie to me was a lot better, and they understand the flaws that came with all the other movies, especially with the CGI. And I love the fact as well, because I watched it a second time as well. Something that I love the fact that they did was don't hold back on using the powers. The one gripe I've definitely got with the new movie though, which they should have continued from the Mortal Kombat 2021, was the dragon tattoos. I thought that was a good like addition to the movie. I felt that they should have continued that and then explain it to Johnny that all the fighters have a dragon tattoo. That's how they know that they got powers. Whereby Johnny Cage doesn't have powers yet, and he doesn't have the tattoo yet. So therefore, he's a trainee. Do you know what I mean? He's a trainee. He's a Mortal Kombat trainee. like, but yeah, I'm gonna do a more deeper dive into how I feel about every movie. In a longer description, in a longer video as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I've been Jace, your movie guy. Don't forget to give me a like and follow, guys. Cheers.